Hi guys, my name is Jamie, and today I'm going to be sharing 3 things I learned about Graham Stephan from being a guest on the Graham Stephan Show.
Welcome back to the Graham Stephan Show. My name is Graham, and welcome to my show. And today we're going to be speaking with Jamie.
So I thought first we'd start the story at the beginning, and I thought I'd talk about how I was able to get on the Graham Stephan Show as a guest. A few months ago, he had put a post out on Instagram looking for more guests, and he said he didn't have to talk about investing advice necessarily. It could be about anything. So I reached out to him, just asking him how he would handle talking with friends about real estate investing. I was nervous to bring the topic up because it involved a lot of talking about money, which is always just a touchy subject with people. So I was wondering what his take would be on it. Surprisingly, I actually got an email back from him. He said, "That actually sounds really interesting. Are you available tomorrow from 10 to 2? And so I said, "Yeah, I can make myself available. I'm super excited. Should I prepare anything?" And he said, "No, just casual conversation," which actually made me more nervous because I didn't know how to prepare for the phone call, and I'm not exactly great on my toes with words. So he also said he wouldn't guarantee a phone call, so I was a little nervous I might get shut down by Graham, but he called me.
Yeah, I guess my question is, how do you talk with your peers or just anyone about real estate without sounding, arrogant?
So the first thing I learned about Graham is that he's actually really efficient with his time. When I picked up the phone, we started our conversation immediately. He didn't really give me any background information or an overview of the format of the show or anything like that. We just jumped right in, and we were probably on the phone for 10 minutes is all, and then his video was about 10 minutes, so he didn't really chop it up or anything like that. He just got right down to the questions and got the content he needed for the video. And I think part of that was just so that it could be a more authentic conversation, but it was also just out of time efficiency, so that he could get the content he needed and move on to the next interview. So I imagine he can probably film 3 or 4 of these in a 4-hour stretch, from 10 to 2. So he's really just being efficient with his time and making the most out of his work day. So this way, instead of filming and editing YouTube videos all day, he can sit back and drink some 20-cent iced coffee instead. So if you take Graham's advice and
Make sure to always, no matter what, smash that like button. Always make sure to hit the like button. Make sure to subscribe if you're not subscribed already.
So the second thing I learned about Graham is that he is a master communicator. Most people on YouTube, including me, when they make a video have to do several different takes or chop up their footage so that they can have a clear message. But Graham, at least on the video that I made with him, it was one take, and he used pretty much all of that interview footage on the video. So everything he said was very calculated and precise.
If they're interested and they want to learn more, then I would go for it. Like what I usually do is I just share my excitement about something. If I'm really into something, I'll talk about it. The other person, I can tell they're not into it. I'm just gonna drop it,
He was also just a great listener and great at asking questions based off the information I was telling him. As I said before, I was kind of, babbling and not really making a whole lot of sense, but he was able to kind of get the gist of what I was saying and still continue to interview and asking me questions and just making for really thoughtful advice. That leads me into my third point about Graham, and that is that he is a genuinely encouraging guy. I'm sure that if you met him in public, he would act the same as he does on the camera. He's just a genuine nice guy, and he was able to encourage me in something that I didn't really know if he'd be able to or not, so mad props to Graham.
Cool. Well, very good, man. Well, let me know what happens with your friends, and I wouldn't be too concerned about it.
So we took Graham's advice and we started a YouTube channel as a way to connect with other people and talk about real estate investing. So Sarah and I mainly do house flips, so if that's something that interests you, feel free to follow along. We have another house we're starting next week, so it should be pretty exciting.